Welcome back to the Mod Addict YouTube channel. We're going to talk about Mustang stuff. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys. So, if you're new to the channel, this is my 90LX. It is Powerdyne supercharged. And, well, as you can tell, it is non-intercooled. So, doing a couple test hits not too long ago, and, you know, it kind of, you could tell it was losing some power. And that had everything to do with the fact that this is non-intercooled, and it was getting, the heat was going up. So, it was pulling timing. So, I was scrolling through Facebook and seeing that Anderson Motorsports has revised their MR.Freeze kit. Now, the great thing about MR.Freeze kit, no electronics, nothing to really set up. It is vacuum oriented. If you look at my vacuum tray right there, I have a free cap there. So you can run it straight to it. But basically, when the system sees pressure, the pressure pressurizes the bottle and pushes out the solution. So what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to get this kit. So I could order it and spend my own money, which is a little crazy if you ask me. Or I could politely talk to Anderson Motorsports and, well, yeah, they agreed to send one out. And this is after Brutal made a video on this, and I'm thinking there's no way they're going to send me something after Brutal did it, because they got the, the publicity from the Fox Body community already. But man, they graciously said, yeah, we'll send you out one. So let's get into this. All right, let's get in here and let's see what we have. Of course, we have the classic Anderson Motorsports decal. Of course, they sent me a shirt. It's got the nice tack there. Fuel your enthusiasm. Of course, nothing is complete in my books without a banner. And I love how they stick to the old school look, because Anderson has been a player in the game for a while. Look at that. That's awesome. Can't wait. I'm going to hang that in my office. And now we get to the best part of all of this and what this video is about, and that is the MR.Freeze unit. So, it comes with 2 nozzles here, one already installed. The largest one is pre-installed. So you can just switch these out. Very awesome. My tuner said he wants to go through all 3 of them and just look at the difference of them. But basically, this is the unit. Now, they had previously had a plastic tank. And of course, people seeing boost, the tank gets pressurized, well, the tank would split over time. So they have this new setup that's seen tremendous amount of boosts, tremendous amount of pressure, everything holds, and they released it. So basically, it's got these valves and stuff on the top. The boost pressure will go in, it'll pressurize the tank, it'll push it out through the hose, and it'll spray out the injector nozzle, which somehow got under the thing. So it'll spray out this. So normally you're going to do like 50% meth. Mine hadn't come in yet. I'll probably use the Nitrous Express for some reason. I'm not sure why I would go with them, but Snow, Nitrous Express are the same brand, if you didn't know. So, Brutal mounted his low, like down here. Of course, I have a tube frame front end. Thinking about trying to figure out where to mount it on this side over here. Maybe here. I do have this coming through, but that's nothing that can't be moved. I have plenty of room over here, but I really didn't want it on this side. So I'm kind of just tossing around ideas of where to mount it, because like I said, I have room over here. I'd have to make brackets for either side. So, as you can probably tell, this is not going to be an install video. Pretty much just going over what they have. But, per Brutal's video, he just drilled a hole, and it gets injected right in the line, right here. So, I think that's good. I don't know the difference or if there's any adverse to doing pre-supercharger versus after supercharger, because I really thought about putting mine like right here and having it going straight in, because I have room there on the top. I really kind of lost for words on where to put it at, but let me know what y'all think, how I should mount it. Do it like brutal, do it up here. Where should I put the bottle? Because there's a little bit of real estate back here, there's hardly none over here, and there's some over here, but I really wanted it where everything was streamlined. So this corner is probably the best bet at the moment. Alright, so if I put it over here, I'd have to move the catch can, which is not a big deal, but like I said, I really didn't want it over here. But if you look, there's plenty of hose to reach over and to get where I need to go. So that's not a huge deal as far as routing, what did I say, routing like that? Anyway, I can move that, I could put it here. There's no room over here, and unfortunately it can't go there. So that pretty much only leaves that area. So in the future, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have to relocate the catch can. After I relocate the catch can, more one way or the other, I'll have a spot for this. I'm thinking if I move this catch can down to this bracket here, I can bolt it here still, and I'll have more room here and then more flat area too. And then I can fab up some kind of bracketry or something to put it in this area. Like I said, plenty of hose there and the vacuum's there, so maybe this won't be as bad as I thought it was. Realistically though, I wanted the weight somewhere else. But as you can tell, unless I mount it, make custom brackets and put it down here in this hole, which I mean I guess is a possibility. It could be down here. There's plenty of room down here. It's just a matter of mounting it. But if I could figure out a way to mount it down there, it would very much be out of the way, and I still have plenty of room to reach around and fill it. Because I mean, I can get my hand in through, let's see if you can see, I can get it through here, I can get it through here, I can get it through here. So it's another possibility down there. Ignore the old AC unit. If y'all buy these Medea, whatever they are, from Walmart, they are complete garbage. There's a reason they're only $100. We bought 4. All 4 of them have an issue where the filter will not go in. That's a whole different subject. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Over here, down here, hidden out of the way. If you don't know, water methanol injection also, it cleans the intake ports. It lowers the temperature, which is, you can add more timing, and it also increases the octane because of the methanol or whatever content you run, because some people do like rubbing alcohol, things like that. It's the same principle. It's still called a water meth kit. It all works similar ways. So, but basically it injects a cool mist into the engine, cools everything down, and allows you to turn up the timing quite a bit. So the average kit, they see 40 to 60 horsepower that you can free up on a boosted application. The tuner said, especially with like ironhead cars that really start to heat and pull timing, you can see anywhere up to 100 horsepower being freed up by being able to keep that timing there and not pull it because of the iron heads that retain the heat. That's why you can run more time in an aluminum head. You don't run into detonation as early on an aluminum head, if that makes sense. So this kind of combats all that. So I assume that I can go, that I'll end up with the biggest tip. That way I get the most benefit. If you're out of boost, it is not wasting any stuff. It's not putting anything through there. You do have a sight on the side to see how much methanol you have in there. So the end of the day, this is just going to work out in so many different ways that it's going to be beneficial. Like I said, the engine's going to be cooler, more timing, more power. I mean, I can't ask for anything better, and I want to thank Anderson Motorsports. So yeah, Anderson Ford, like I said, they don't need me. They don't need me. They have Brutal, they have way bigger channels. So for them to help me out with this build and to put this MR.Freeze unit to the test, I am super excited. So look forward. Everything's kind of messed up my schedule right now. My only free days are Monday and Tuesday, and I've been super busy on Monday and Tuesday. So we will get everything figured out. I will get this installed, and I want to get it data log and test. I've already talked to my tuner. He's pretty excited for the ordeal, and like I said, it comes with more of these. And the thing is that I thought was awesome, is it's got the little grommet here. So if you drill it, you can put this grommet in, and then these will barely squeeze through. And I think that's really cool, because I was looking at the plastic part of this intake right here. That's plastic, so I was actually going to like melt a screwdriver where it's straight in line, stick it in, and then use that. But that grommet's going to help out a lot with something of that scenario or situation. Like I said, I still haven't decided if I'll put it up there, because once the hood goes down, there's plenty of room. It don't have to be that tight. I could put it, you know, further down here. There's plenty of room up here, so however I put it, and it would spray straight into the throttle body. This way, the supercharger processes it and spits it out, which I've read good and bad about that. But my thing is, if I inject it here, it's going to lower the temps on my supercharger, theoretically, right? One side's cooler, heat transfers, cold transfers. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, I am stoked about this. I wish I could go ahead and get it installed and show y'all everything. Brutal has a video on it, and he runs it. And this is something you're going to need tuning for. You're not just going to throw it on a car. You might throw the smallest nozzle on there and notice it don't pull timing in certain areas. If you got something like Terminator X that pulls timing when it gets hot, you might notice it's pulling less timing or not pulling timing at all anymore. But it's not something that you're going to put on and get these crazy gains that you think you're going to get without a tune. So Mike's going to go in, he's going to change my timing, he's going to look at it, see where the AFR is and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. And yeah, I am pretty stoked about it. First of all, being safer as far as engine wise, and second of all, having more power. I mean, I'm stoked about that. And not to mention that it's just vacuum ran, so when the thing's pressurized, it only runs when it needs to, when you're under boost. And when it runs out, I mean, your timing tables it's going to pull for heat anyway. So if you run out and don't realize it, you're not detonating, because you're not running super high timing, because Terminator X is going to pull it out. So if you're not on Terminator X, I really don't know how far the stock ECU pulls timing and adds timing. But yeah, for me, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want, and I will keep a close eye on that level. A lot of people, not getting into all this, but a lot of people just use the blue windshield wiper fluid, because it's got methanol in it. So it's basically 30% methanol and something like that with water. And I don't know. I think I'm going to run the this NX Snow Performance Boost Juice stuff and go from there. But rambling at this point, as usual. By the end of the video, I'm just rambling, because I've got so much going on in this little pea brain. But thank y'all for watching. This is the Mod Addict, and man, this is going to be amazing. And I'm out.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't